to Bobby and JJ Radio. JJ is back from Europe, and I'm here with Bexar County Commissioner Tommy Calvert. Tommy, tell us what a typical day looks like in the life of the commissioner.
Just think about 500,000 people wanting a piece of your time.
Easy, right?
Yeah, that's a piece of cake. So I went through 3 folders of constituent meeting requests. I mean, literally 3 folders of constituent meeting requests and constituent stuff.
Sure.
Follow through. Then, of course, there are 5,000 county employees that work for us as commissioners. So there may be projects I help push through and just say, this is what I think we need to do on this. Go follow up on that. A lot of phone calls. There's a lot of meetings. So, for example, today, I'm the chair. I actually sit on, literally in my government capacity, not my private citizen capacity, 14 boards. So I'm on the Metropolitan Planning Organization. I'm on the Lone Star Rail District. I'm a member of the Alamo Area Council of Governments. It goes on and on and on. I'm on 4 different tax increment finance zone, which deals a lot with real estate. So a typical day will include, in the beginning I had about 8 or 9 meetings a day. I had to cut that down because I have so many new ideas that I'm working on that I needed time to do research, to flush them through the bureaucracy, to go lobby for them. And, of course, we do community meetings and things, neighborhood association meetings. We might do some fun honorific things. So we were at the Botanical Gardens yesterday, and they're doing a $16 million expansion. So there is
$16 million.
Yeah, pretty cool.
It's a lot of flowers.
A lot of fertilizer.
A lot of koi.
A lot of homeowners can go out and get more information about how to improve their homes with landscaping. I love to garden.
Tommy, let's pivot a little bit. So everything's going on with the news these days. Let's talk about how we can protect, how we're helping protect the sheriff's duties and the citizens here in San Antonio Metro.
Yeah, of course, we want to make sure that these folks in law enforcement lay everything on the line. And, of course, we're looking at
bravest people.
Yeah, awesome people. It takes an amazing person to do that kind of job. And so we're actually in negotiations to try to make sure that we take care of their wages and make sure that they're properly compensated. But we're also looking at things like body cameras. That's been something in the news. We've got a $700,000 grant. The district attorney and I went to the Department of Justice in Washington, I think it was in February or so, to look at the opportunity to have that. We believe both sides are protected when we have that, and also with the dashboard cameras.
Right.
There's a lot of things in terms of providing a better quality for them. As I was just alluding to, they're in portables right now, and I was literally disgusted when I first came on as a commissioner and got a tour of the facilities. That's why I'm really excited that we're going to have...
Who's in portables?
Our sheriff's deputies.
Wow.
Operate out of portables, and the captains don't even have file cabinet room. I couldn't believe the kind of conditions. And that has to do with very old fights in the past between commissioners. I don't carry that kind of baggage. And luckily, the tide has begun to change. So we'll have a new $7 million facility for, about 100 law enforcement officers to work out of the northeast side and the far west, over by Westover Hills.
What is there any other initiatives that you've been working on as far as everything that's going on with the deputies and the citizens at all, or mainly is body cameras? Anything else?
Well, there's a lot. I mean, in terms of our justice system, we are working on getting smart on crime. So one of the things that we've done to keep people out of the jail, because every person you keep out of the jail, those resources we can use towards putting into infrastructure, and we can put more law enforcement on the streets. So I had a second chance job fair at the AT&T Center. One of the things the county does is own venues. I didn't even talk about that. So we own the AT&T Center and the Coliseum, and we've invested tens of millions of dollars into everything from the UTSA swimming place to the Southeast Skyline softball field. So we are investing $100 million, and so we had a job fair, and we had folks from 70 companies come to that job fair. We had 1,800 people show up, and there were people who were in tears because nobody had ever given them a second chance to get a job. And so we had dozens of people who were hired, and that's good because it means that folks won't be committing crimes because they've got a job, they're getting their lives in order, they're staying on the right track. So those are the kinds of things that we do in partnership. We also look to how we can affect our youth. I go and speak at a lot of schools. I'm a former teacher myself. I speak at schools, not just in my precinct. I speak wherever I'm invited, because keeping youth out of trouble is going to keep them out of juvenile. And again, every dollar we can utilize for not keeping people incarcerated is a dollar we can invest in economic development and jobs.
Sure.
So we're doing a lot with the sheriff's department on a lot of different fronts.